Test, test, test. Hey, welcome back, folks. We are now kicking off game two of the combined sides. Once again, what we're doing here, this was age defined earlier. You had freshmen, sophomores, actually some eighth graders as well, playing on two Motley sides. Basically, an opportunity for players to be seen by the college coaches here and watching at home. And now we've just graduated into the, let's call it the recruitable category. These are predominantly juniors and maybe some seniors that are not committed yet. This is the real opportunity for the college coaches to see what's going on. The prior games were really more of like, what is the future bringing? Because obviously NCAA rules prohibit colleges from engaging with athletes under a certain age, i.e., sophomores in most instances. Here, on the other hand, juniors and some seniors, this is a real opportunity for coaches to, potentially make a big difference in some of these wonderful ruggers' lives out there. So now into the live action. What you're seeing here in the blue hoops, we're going to call that the blue team in the Corning colors, and then in green over here, the green team hosted by the West Carroll colors. Two good sides here of call it independent players, nomads, a mix amalgam of teams. Again, to show off their to ply their wares here at the regional showcase East. So 22 in the green, you're put in right there. Bear with me 1 second. Is going to be no number, unfortunately. I'll turn it on for you. Oh, luckily I am joined by my old pal, Brian Ahern, on the other mic here. So I'm going to let you work the binoculars. You call the numbers to me, and we will get the just desserts to the right players as they start making the good moves here.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Good to have you, brother.
Yeah, it's been
A little bit.
been a while since we've
Yeah,
been behind a stick together.
not quite as long as the last time,
No.
but yeah, for sure. So yeah, ball moving well right there. It looks like Green's holding onto it pretty well. Some good structure there, Brian. And but I do like the marshaling defense coming out of the blue hoops here. Good flat line, eye on the ball. I like to see the outside players really keeping a tabs on where they are in the field position and keeping everybody honest because they are playing a bit tight at the moment.
Yeah, so the one thing we really see early in these Motley games is, teams are used to playing within a system. There's a nice break by Kayla
Absolutely,
Cowie.
yeah. Towels.
And so we usually see them kind of trying to figure out the structure because they're basically coaching themselves on the field and they have to figure out a new way of playing with all of these players they don't know. So it does the first 5 minutes usually is a little chaotic and then it
Yeah,
settles down. They kind of find their patterns and rhythm.
and even this has been pretty steady considering,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The other carry right there that we saw was her partner in crime in the tight five was Sadie Hirschberger, whose name you hear quite a bit this past weekend in the four jersey for Green.
Yeah, and you can see, the pace has picked up in this game versus the last game. They're more experienced players, they're a little older.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. It's you can see it in the tempo already and the ball handling as well, and not a slight to any of those younger players. They're going to be doing this next year.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
That looked like Green 8, which would be Olivia Groff. She is from the
Number six,
combination.
actually.
Was it 6?
Yeah,
That's Erin Modorsky, Downingtown.
yeah. And it looks like they're right on the line there, and it's been called a try. So
So
let's
try
see.
is in.
I think it's Towels that scored.
It appears so. Her getting up from that far deep part of the try zone on that far side over there. Yeah, let's give the award to Towels on that. She looked like she was going into that contact area off a nice little dish off the back of that breakdown.
Yeah, you're going to see patterns of emerge where teammates on their regular club teams are now teammates here, and it was a nice little link up between Modorsky and Towels on that.
Agreed. Unlucky on the kick right there. A bit of a line drive off the tee for that young lady. But listen, kicking is a skill, and skill takes practice. So
That's it.
just have to do the repetitions.
The people that are really good at it are usually the ones that are there an hour before practice, because you're not really getting, if you're within a team system, kicking and a lot of the scrum half work, they're kind of things that you have to work on your
Yeah,
own. So
yeah. Well, it's the famous story of Johnny Wilkinson from the English national team back in the early 2000s. Him winning critical games on his kicking capabilities. That guy was kicking in the rain at night with his mom flashing the headlights of the car onto the goalposts.
yeah,
And doing it for hours.
we know from coaching, we get to the field if practice is at 6. There's some kids that are there from five
Yep.
o'clock on, just working on their own individual skills. And rugby is something where you need to constantly work. You can't just show up at practice. You need to put in either the fitness work or some of the skill work beforehand.
Yeah, yeah, no.
If you really want to
Yeah,
improve.
if you want to perform well, it's
That's going to be a penalty for diving over.
okay. You know what? I love the back pedal right off the penalty. Don't turn your back on the opposing side,
Yeah,
particularly get that quick tap right. And most of these players were backpedaling back, eye on the ball. Good stuff.
it's towels with the carry.
Yeah, yeah. Great gator roll right there. Trying to roll up the shins of the other player, put him on the back foot. Number 13 here in the green. Give me one sec, folks. Just scrolling on a laptop I don't know.
Out to number 12.
Isabella
Making her way
Sanchez.
across halfway. And it looks like we have a jackal on. Ball's been stolen. Blue has it. And the referee is now going to call not rolling away. Quick tap. Number 22 takes it. She's a little bit isolated.
22.
Support gets there.
That's Sydney Genick, West Carroll.
Oh, good hand. Oh, almost good hands by. I think that was Jayla.
Got the 9 in the hoops.
Yeah, yeah.
So 9 in the hoops, folks. Give me one sec. That would be Fosu from Play Rugby. Amanda Fosu.
Green or black, depending on I think we're calling it green, right?
Green and blue.
Yeah, so green still making their way, going through the phases, really spreading the ball well, maintaining possession, setting up their pods.
Who is this young lady marshaling in the backfield here? I think green 16. I like what she's doing there. I just want to confirm that number. Yeah, that is Anna Belleville. It looks like she's potentially unattached, but she's calmly directing where she wants to see the ball going, and I really like that from a young player.
Yeah, yeah, and you mentioned unattached, so that's one of the things that we do at the showcases that most places, where you have tournaments and things, you won't have is we want players who maybe don't have a 15s program or their team isn't traveling.
Yeah,
Get in
they're
contact
playing
with us.
sevens year round.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get you a team. We'll put you on a team. We'll make sure you get in front of the college coaches, and just reach out to us for next year, and we'll make sure you're here.
I was just commiserating with John O'Neill about, and no offense to the sevens code of the game, but it's a very different game, right?
It is,
and
yeah.
it's
it's a lot less technical.
Yeah, and there's a lot more space on the field. There's a lot more razzle dazzle. Like,
it's a nice run there by, I think it was number 11.
11 on the blue is going to be Levchenko, and she is with Greenwich Southington. She's a junior, class of 2026. She either plays 12 or 13.
Okay, Hoops kind of getting their first chance to make
nice work.
Make a run.
Oh, off the head of the tackling player, but nice idea trying to get that offload in the contact.
Yeah, that was you don't see that too often.
No,
she's trying to get that pass off, and then it bonked off the head of the tackler.
Way to use your head, young lady.
There you go. Use every piece of your body to make that make that ball drop out of bounds. So we've got the put in for green by number 2.
Number 2 green is going to be Daphne Martinez, Greenwich Southington Jr. Normally plays prop.
Ball's up. It's fielded. And green is on the move. That's number 20, making a couple of cuts.
Lilu Bonadette, Aspatuck Junior 2026, fly half center, and a little bit of wing work.
So we're having a penalty not releasing. So Hoops will get it back here and get back on the attack.
You see towels out there making sure everybody's getting flat. Look, she's calling it, pointing at her opposite. Oh, man. Just pumping the legs, ready to bust that line. Hey, we're going to switch up and we're going to bring on DJ Corridon. Stay. Who was playing 8 for Morris and was actually in the 8 role earlier in the Motley sides. DJ is looking to go into a career with broadcast journalism, so we're going to give her an opportunity to get on the mic here.
Hi, thanks for having me on
Glad
the
you're here.
broadcast.
Yeah, good stuff. You had a good weekend out there too. We were chatting last night a little bit about
Yeah.
your rucking work yesterday in the afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts of the game.
I could see that. So here's how we're going to do it.
right.
You've got the binoculars here,
Right.
so I'd like you to watch the plays. When we see things that we like, get me a number, and we're going to give them credit off the roster here.
All right, I can do that. Seems simple enough. So how's the game going so far?
I think, listen, we're seeing some talent out there, right? And it's to be expected at this level. We're calling it the recruitable level, right? These are the players that I think the college coaches, the earlier games that you were involved in is the future of what's happening, and I think the coaches are looking at that as well because they're keeping tabs on who's playing where and they're watching the development of it. Here, this is where the rubber meets the road, right? This is where the colleges can say, hey, NCAA rules say we're good to talk. Let's chat. Love to have you on the program.
Yeah, it's great to split it up too so that it's not so confusing for those college coaches.
Oh, absolutely. Agreed. And it keeps the continuity of the game too, right? Because when you're playing upperclassmen against underclassmen, you're not allowing, which happens in the games, but you're not allowing the game to develop as you'd want it to in kind of this format, right?
Yeah.
It's a different format than a competitive game.
Of course. All right, so I think the kick was good, and then a re-kick by the green jerseys.
Yeah, good long boot, finds that bounce. Nice handling right there from that young lady. Great hands. Let's get a number on that. Was that 5? As I say, great hands. Unfortunately, she's stripped.
Looks like number 5.
In the blue hoops. Give me 1 sec. We're going to get you a little press there. Leda Govier, West Carroll, good player. We know her very well on the Morris side of things.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, tough player. Great hands there on that restart.
Good change of speed by the 15. That's a 12 jersey.
That's 12 in the green, and I agree with you. That change of speed was pretty heavy duty. That was number 12, Emily Chang, Greenwich Southington. She's a junior, class of 2026.
Yeah, that's really good to have in your 15 for someone to like wait and not use all your speed and just like see if the other team's gonna bite or you're gonna get a pass off.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I mean, the acceleration there was fantastic. So you think she's at top speed, and then another gear comes out,
Yeah.
right? And using it at the right times, to your point.
Of course. Unfortunately, I think she was knocked out, so the ball is turned over in a line out.
Ball carry there from blue 8 into the contact.
Blue number 4.
Blue 4, pardon me. Sadie Hirschberger. So comes down from New Hampshire. Unfortunately, the Ospreys did not come this year, so Hirschberger came unattached to begin with, and then I believe locked on to Aspatuck.
Looks like she's taken out of bounds by number 1 in the green jersey.
Akela Towles
Yes.
doing the hard work there all day long. Back to Sadie Hirschberger for a sec, just to give you an idea of her capabilities. All type 5 work. Well, not totally type 5, but it's prop, hook, second row, and flanker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty versatile for that 1 through 8.
Definitely something colleges look for.
Absolutely. Number 2 green, Daphne Martinez with the throw in.
See a lot of good throwers at this junior level. Like a lot of people are practicing it just in case they get the chance to.
Agreed.
Good job by number, should be 24 on the green side, keeping her feet until the support got there. And there
So
goes the fullback again, number 12, using that speed up the side.
24 was Shea Ralph Gillard, Aspatuck Jr. flanker. And then, pardon me, the other number we were looking at?
12, she,
12 again.
yeah, she made another hard run up the side.
So 12 again, Jill. That would be in the green, Jill Hamilton, Aspatuck. Yeah, not out of character there. That young lady put on a pretty good performance yesterday. Jill is a junior, 2026. She plays 12 or 13, does a little bit of work also in the back three, anywhere from 11, 14, and fullback. So another versatile player in the backs.
Looks like Green's looking for that quick recycle out.
Yeah, I like that 16 too. Anna Belleville looks to be unattached here. She's doing doing a great job of marshaling that backfield. You can see her pointing, talking.
Yeah, it's great when you have someone on the field taking charge. So, especially when you don't know each other and it's a different kind of game, it's great just to have someone taking charge and leading the team out there.
Yeah, listen, I don't have to tell you, even on your own team, it's nice to have that 9, 10, and the 15 talking to you, right?
Yes, of course.
So they're giving you that direction, and then you're executing, and it's more of a unit kind of play. $16 again. Good pressure from Blue here,
Oh,
DJ.
yeah, they're coming up pretty hard together.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, like ball's moving well through the hands of Green, but yeah, there you go. Look at that mismatch right there. Boom.
Oh, nice tackle.
Surprised we didn't see the flag go up on there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
little
very
break off
close.
the back.
Green is doing a great job of staying in. It's very important.
I'm with you too. And you know what? I mean, it's a good pressure D from the Blue Hoops, but Green is keeping their composure.
Yeah, nothing messy, no
Yeah.
need for far passes.
Yeah, just kind of,
And right here, they're finding that space, exploiting it.
Great heads up play from Hamilton right there to pop back to give that space to her partner in crime right there.
Yeah.
And then she's there to support. Nice work.
Good drive by Kayla, just trucking along with everyone.
Kayla Towels. Okay, Kayla, yes.
And there's great counter rucking from both sides. Even if they know they're not going to win it, they're at least startling the other team by giving a hard push. There's Sienna Miller on the carry. Oh, look at her just pushing through everyone, not letting it down.
Is she able to hold on? Oh, unfortunately, stripped in the contact.
But I think her teammate recovered it, number 4 on the blue team.
I could see her trying to get it reset into the 4 points of contact. Unfortunately, ball was already basically had the hands in there trying to wrap it up. But not a bad idea. Obviously, going into the contact area, try to secure that ball a little quicker. But
yeah, it can definitely be difficult when you're going in and that ball's already wrapped up because once you go down, it just loosens up even more.
Absolutely. One of the things I've noticed about Miller this past weekend is she's improved her running style into that crash ball area. She's starting to drop that shoulder, and it's giving her 5 to 7 harder yards that way.
Plus, she's we've worked on it with the bands and just chopping our feet even more, and you've seen it from a lot of the Morris girls. They're able to get so much farther down the field.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Looks like a score for Green. There was a penalty, and they took it very quick, which is good rugby IQ, which a lot of these juniors have.
Yeah,
they know when they see something and they go for it.
Try to get you a number on the back of that jersey when this young lady's able to turn around for us. And she's trotting it back with her pals. It's looking like 12 Green, if I'm not mistaken. And that
no, 22.
22. Thanks. I was going to say that's Jill Hamilton.
Yeah.
And that girl was not nearly as tall as Jill Hamilton. That's Sydney Gennick again from West Carroll. So good scrappy player right there. And like you said, IQ, fantastic. Boom.
Yeah. Looks like a substitution's being made, maybe.
Yeah, there's pretty much wholesale substitutions happening throughout the game. So as those things change, it's we'll just make sure we have the right jerseys. Hopefully, Mike always does a great job of pulling this together.
Yeah.
Lots of work from that man and his family. Restart from Blue Hoops.
Nice strong boot.
Yeah. Finds a little green space, gets that sympathetic bounce.
Oh,
Love what 3 did there to charge up and get it as her other colleagues weren't calling for it.
yeah, that's great when the ball's loose, as long as you're charging onto it.
Yeah, and that's Olivia Groth again. That's the interesting thing we were talking about yesterday and how important in that fullback position it is to be back far enough for those long kicks that you can run up to them versus having to double back and wait for the ball to bounce effectively for you or clean it off the floor. You're giving too much time to the kicking team to get down there and contest.
Yeah, and on that last play was number 16 in the pink jersey for the green side. Had a really strong run, was there for support, and just got the nice pop and ran it up the side.
Belleville
Fortunately,
again.
yeah, unfortunately knocked out of bounds, but she did a really great job, and it looks like it's going to be quick half, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Quick little break here. Okay, we're going to jump off the mic for a sec, and we'll be back.
Today's ad-free broadcast is brought to you by EPL Sports Tours. EPL Sports Tours are proud to offer truly unforgettable rugby experiences to many worldwide destinations. Contact EPL now to organize your team's tour. info@eplsports.com. The broadcast is also brought to you by Rugby New Jersey, New Jersey's state rugby organization, Steamroller Rugby Supply, Clinton Bagel Company, Interstate Waste Management, the Morris Rugby Family, and Ultima Replenisher.
So we were talking off with mics off, but my colleague DJ has actually gotten an invite into the Pathways camps this summer, which is a heck of an honor. You got to be pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It was definitely a coach recommendation from Mike, which I'm very thankful for. And the coach really liked how I played. They're looking for a strong side flanker, so I'm gonna go up and play for them.
Cool. Quincy, Mass, is that when it is?
Um, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. I
I
think
think
it.
it's up in Maryland. It's like end of June,
Oh,
beginning of July.
okay. Yeah, I think it's U23s that are up in Quincy, Mass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm playing for the U18 with two other of my teammates, Sienna Miller and Olive Rhodes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic. I'll have to congratulate them as well when I have an opportunity.
yeah, definitely hard work paying off throughout the season between everyone.
That's great. So it looks like we've got both fields taking the team. Actually, Green kind of working on their pack downs over there. Bear in mind, folks, that these folks do not play together with regularity. So just the fact that the packs are as stable as they are is a testament to the technique that each individual has when they come into it.
Yeah, because it can be, I know a lot of times coaches are like, oh, you look like a forward, you might be a back, and now you're going to play a flanker today, and it can be confusing. But
Yeah.
the fact that there's so many strong players here it just makes everything run very smoothly and safely, which is the key.
No, 100%. Safety, critical. And I think we were talking about it before too. The more you move around to different positions, like your versatility adds to that, right? So if you find somebody who it's like, well, I've never played second row, it's like, well, I have. I'll jump in there for you. You hit flanker,
Yeah.
because that tight five role is not taking anything away from the total eight, but that tight five has to work as a unit to stabilize and then allow the opportunity for 6, 7, 8 to do their jobs, the dirty work around the broken down balls and stopping that other player from coming up the other side.
Yeah, of course. It's definitely can be quite difficult sometimes, but as long as you have really strong teammates and other people there to help you up, it's always runs very smoothly.
You got to love the contact.
Oh, it's the best part.
I love it. I love it. Wind's picking up a little bit, not too bad. Definitely not going to impact the game too much. Actually, weather conditions are really terrific today. So rain for the last few days have softened up this field. We've been out here. You've been out here when it's bone dry and you can see the heat blistering off of it. It's I'd say that this is a much more pleasant experience
Yes,
today.
last year was
It was hot.
quite hot last year, and yesterday there was a little bit of rain. It held off a bit, but it was the rain doesn't help a lot with those slippery balls. But
Yeah,
today is quite really good weather, which is really nice for these players to be seen by the colleges in like peak conditions.
you're absolutely right. You know, yesterday was kind of interesting because we were talking about it in the morning. We said ball's going to stay in close because of the conditions. But as the day progressed on and hands and feet warmed up, the game started to expand regardless of the weather, which was an interesting thing. Now, not normal as expansive as probably normal, but certainly uh, it speaks to the passing capabilities, the catching capabilities, two very simple things that need to be done well. If you can do that in the rain, that's a whole nother step you're bringing to the game.
Yeah, that's huge when you're able to keep your skills on some pretty crappy weather.
Yeah,
That's what a lot of people look at.
yeah, absolutely. And that's all technique, right? It's getting it right.
Yeah, it's those people that you have no clue that every day they get home from school and they're throwing the ball against the fence and they're practicing.
Yeah,
It truly pays off.
100%.
All right, looks like we're gonna start up the game again. Switching sides.
So green Motley on the left side going right, and then blue hoops on the right side moving left for the second half here.
Looks like blue's gonna kick off. That number 10 in the blue jersey has a really good boot on her and can find those gaps very well.
That is Peyton Langworthy. It says Independence. I wonder what that is. Let me unattached. Junior, fly half center, 12 and 13. She's like I said, a junior, 20 class of 2026. Wing. Wow, I just very versatile. Basically, you're talking about 10, 12, 13, 11, 14, and 15.
Yeah, she's someone who's got a really high rugby IQ because you see here she saw that their team is coming up fast, so she put the ball short and they were able to hit pretty hard.
I like the moves on this 14 too. That's Fallon Parr, independent, unattached, junior, predominantly scrum half roll, but just nice work pumping the legs there, spinning out of the tackles.
You can see blue, they're communicating. Same with green, but blue, they're talking about that shift, and it definitely seems like everyone's got their ears open. They're working to make sure they don't get exploited on those wings.
I agree with you. The one thing I would like to see is just on the ends of both of these teams is that 20 and 22, it looks like, or 24 maybe, needs need to kind of have head on a swivel here versus looking in at where the ball is, making sure where you are in the field position, keeping everybody honest because there's some big open lanes here, and God forbid you let somebody like Jill Hamilton have all that space.
Yeah,
It's all over but the shouting.
they'll take those spaces.
Absolutely.
Looks like we got a scrum down. Looks like to blue. Again, like we were saying before, these are two very strong scrums right there.
Yeah, great work from individual players coming together just for these games. I mean, testament to the technique work that the coaches are doing at home
Yeah.
and that the players are taking in and delivering.
Looks like the sir wasn't happy with that scrum, so we're gonna redo it.
Ball's in. Looks like a good strike from Green.
8-man pick.
Oh no! It was actually taken from the head right there. I thought the strike was good moving back for Green, but ball goes blue. Nice one from Blue to take that away.
Good heads up by Sienna Miller, looking that teammate had that space to pop it out.
Good. Turns up, going north.
Good job not going to the ground, keeping that ball alive. It's always good. Oh, that 13 on blue, breaking some really good tackles. And
Jalea Clark.
I think she's gonna.
Yeah, she runs with purpose. That young lady. That's Jalea Clark. She's independent, unattached, and she is a junior, class of 2026.
Looks like there was a penalty, so blue's gonna be able to take a penalty. And looks like it was held up by green. Yep. Held up by green. They're gonna do a goal line dropout.
Yeah. Not a drop, but okay.
Not too sure what that was. I thought if it was a hold up, it was.
Held up. I believe it's a goal line drop. It used to be a 5 meter scrum, but that changed. I think goal line drop is. I think the drop kick was meant, but was a punt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna have a scrum though. Might be green scrum.
Yeah. It looks like ball is in the hands of the green 9. So good scramble D from Green there to stop that that quick tap right there for the score. We assume it was held up for the goal line drop there that was executed, and then knock on here. Ball goes green.
Won by green. They're getting the ball out quick, knowing that they have a little bit of space on that outside.
Might have been an opportunity for Green to kick there to take some of the pressure off, but conversely, they're still in possession.
Yeah, it looks like blue's bunching up a little bit on the side, but yeah, they're communicating very well and they're able to
Hard runner right here, too. It's Green 20 something. We'll get a number there for you a sec.
green 23.
Thank you. Let's see. That is Mariama Jalot, play rugby. And Jalot is a junior, 2026 second rower.
Great support from green, just being there, sealing those rucks up because blue's ready for that ball. They're trying to get in there, but green's not letting them in.
Absolutely. And that green 18 just had a really nice carry. Edna Mensa, play rugby junior, hooks and flanks, class of 2026. What I really liked about her going into the contact area was as soon as she saw the green jerseys closing in on her, 4 points of contact on the ball, buries it under her shoulders and goes in.
That's super important because you don't want to have it too early because then they just know they can come up on you. You don't have it too late because you could lose the ball. So having the right timing. And then it looks like green knocked it on, so it's going to be a blue scrum.
Couple of minor substitutes there, so New Jersey's coming on, but the rosters appear to be from the players that we do know just from frequency of playing against those teams. Everything seems to be lining up, which is great. Thank you, Mike.
Bit of turning in the scrum.
Yeah. No wheeling call. They're going to let it go.
Blue's going to keep it.
It looks like it does. Yeah, it does stay blue. Great hands right there from the 10 in the blue hoops. Wow. Right at the laces.
Yeah, and she was ready for that dummy fake, which is always really important to have some sort of extra little moves to confuse your opponents.
Yeah, yeah. If they're not watching the hips, show them the hands all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And that was Peyton Langworthy again with that catch at the laces and then the explosive, the explosion off of where she caught it. Great footwork right there. Starts, gets up to pace.
Yeah.
Again, she's independent, junior, and she's got capabilities: fly half, center, wing, and fullback.
Looks like green has a kick.
Well taken.
That should be.
That was a real googly too.
I think that might be either 4 or 5 on blue.
Wow, out of the back of that melee comes that young lady in the blue hoops as well. Blue's looking pretty good here, DJ.
Yeah, great support right there.
I mean, and Green's putting on a good performance on that defense, man. They're putting the pressure on, but Blue just keeping their heads, not getting that try line. Oh, as I say that,
Yeah.
poach
Yeah.
strip.
And the person with the catch before was number 4 on Blue, and she also just made a very nice tackle. Teammates were having a hard time getting the girl down, but she went in and took her legs out.
Sadie Hirschberger.
Yeah, phenomenal player.
Yeah,
Played
yeah.
multiple times.
Very, very good.
Oh, Blue very well with the clean out, not letting Green get their hands on it. Sienna Miller with the carry, just taking players with her. She's
Nice
like,
work.
she won't let anyone take her down with more than with only a few players.
That's right. That's right. She's gonna bring in those defensive players, open up those wings for the opportunities for sure.
Looks like they're trying to drive it in there. Might have turned into a maul. Yep.
Look at that. Fantastic. Everybody's in.
So Blue's gonna want to get the ball out fast if they still have possession. Use those wings.
Arms up far side. May have been a it could looks like it looks like offside maybe. It looked like the arm came across the hip, but to
Yeah.
me, from what I could see, it was potentially like off the feet, right? Because you had such a melee in there.
Definitely. There's a kick. Definitely a great idea to get outside of your own 22. Great hands by number 24, I think, on Blue.
We'll confirm as she gets up. Look, taking their time, waiting for scrum to get there.
Good setting up. Yep.
At 23 or 24?
24, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, a little breaking run right here. We're going to get you that other jersey number in a second. 14 on the run. 24 is correct in Blue.
But
14 on the run is Hamilton again. 24 Blue.
wow.
24 Blue is Claire Whiteford. She's independent. Junior 2026. She plays predominantly 12, 13, and 15 fullback.
She had a great catch there, making sure the ball, it was like right on her hip and she didn't let it go, but it looked like it was running onto that ball, just keeping that heads up. That number 14 just took it at pace and was gone. But something that was notable, that the number 10 Blue jersey, she didn't give up a fight. She took her down in the end zone, which is very important. It's what everyone likes to see, a good chase. Even if you don't get there, it's the effort that counts.
It's absolutely. And you know what? There's that opportunity. If they don't put down in time and you tackle and you're targeting the ball and you're wrapping around and you punch that ball out, try taking away. One correction, 14 was not Jill Hamilton. That is, my apologies, Phelan Parr, independent, unattached junior, 2026 scrum half.
Yeah, Phelan Parr. I've played with her a couple times, seen her play. She's a incredible player. Plays very fast and a
Absolutely.
very high rugby IQ. And it's the type of player you want on your side. She moves the ball.
Wow, what a great boot.
Wow.
McGettigan?
Was that Tori?
Oh no, Tori.
That's one of my teammates, Tori. I have never seen her kick before, but that was an incredible kick all the way from the other side. Wow, she's newer to rugby and she's filling in greatly in the pack.
Waymeyer, correct?
Yes, Waymeyer.
Yeah,
She
Waymeyer.
is an incredible player. She's a junior. She's wow, that was an impeccable kick.
It sounds a little hometown pride coming out.
Yeah, a little bit. Everyone over here cheering for her. Wow, I think everyone is super
Rightly so. Rightly so. And a new adopter to the game, right? I believe basketball prior and came
that is
out
her main sport.
2 years ago.
I think she came out this fall. I
Holy
presume.
cow! Holy cow!
Yeah, I think she came out this fall. Had a little bit of a knee injury, so she didn't play the entirety with us. But then look at her fielding the ball again.
Absolutely.
Just a strong runner. She sees it and she runs with purpose. She runs like I'm running you over, and if I don't, then you're coming with me.
Right, right. I'm gonna take you for a ride. Oh, just lost in the melee
That's Abby Barati, taking that ball. She's always got that heads up, little scrappy player pulling the ball free.
Nice work right there. Absolutely. Once again, 16. I like the work she's doing back there. 16 green, Anna Belleville.
Yeah, very selfless player. You know, she sees the ball and she's like, I see that space. You're going to take that.
Super calm.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Towels.
She's taking that on speed.
Yeah, yeah. Support a little slow to get there. I think that's going to result in a turnover right there. But, that's what happens, unfortunately, when you get away from the support. Not her fault. Obviously, you got to take those opportunities when you can. There's a little bit of presence of mind that comes with running with those to give kind of the look-see over the shoulders to make sure to
Yeah.
see where your support is.
So it looked like when she got tackled, there was a bit of a knock on. So we're going to do a scrum down. Unless it was turned over and the blue team knocked it on. Not entirely sure.
But again, Nikayla Towles just showing great pace right there, burst of speed off of that line with the ball, just
Yeah.
hitting those soft shoulders. It is so important to have that speed when you're hitting that contact area.
Yeah, incredible player. She's always ready for that ball.
You're 100% right. She's
Green
always
put
ready.
in. Green wins it. Very, very nice, simple scrum.
Absolutely. Good ball service for their 9, yeah.
And this is a good work. You can see
Oh, boy.
Phelan Parr on the outside looking to loop so that their player doesn't run without support. That's number 20 with this good run.
Oh, fantastic. That's Lilu Bonadet again with Aspatuck. And you could see her kind of side-eyeing where the touch line was, right?
Yeah.
And making sure as she sees herself getting too close, she cuts back in, takes the contact, secures the ball.
You can see everyone's discussing, trying to get space out. Looks like there was a yellow, a little bit of a high on that one. But that was great, especially with her supporting runners. They were just there looping, even if they came only from the other side, making sure that she did not run alone, and she was not alone.
No, not at all. Not at all. Absolutely right. That was Erin Modorsky, Downingtown in the 6 jersey with the kicking duties there.
We're going to have a line out to green. The lineouts also look very well.
You can take, and you guys can call the championship, the impromptu championship.
Oh, sneaky play by Kayla, number 1. She is not going down easy, and she gets that try. It was one of my favorite things to do in a lineout is a good a front front
cheese
pop
plays,
there.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful play, especially with such a strong player, just able to truck it in. That knows the rules on where to catch it and how not to get called for the penalty.
Infringements, yeah. I was just going to say that. You beat me to it. The important thing, the execution of that play is so critical, right?
Yes.
Because that ball has to be contested in the tunnel.
Yes, it has
So
to.
the thrower has to make exactly the right throw, and then Towles is there, snatches it out of the center, and just, again, that burst of speed.
Yeah, because you have to catch it at the 5 meters, wait a moment, then you
Yep.
are able to go back in, and then the thrower, it has to be completely straight, which is difficult when you're going with the front. So it's definitely a great play.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
a 50-50 for a lot of teams, and that one was executed extremely well.
Yeah, especially great player there. And she did not just take it lightly. She took that ball at speed,
Yes,
which
she
is
did.
very hard to do when you're starting at a standing position.
That kicking duties again are
Number 6.
Erin Modorsky. I'm not sure if we got the crack on that, did we? The points? I don't think
No,
the flags went up.
it
Okay,
was
so
not
kick no good.
but very hard angle too. It's
Tough,
It's quite difficult.
tough.
It's great to see that neither team, no matter who scores or who's out on the field, no one's given up. They know it's important game for themselves, and they're just
Sure.
having fun out there. So they're trying new things too. It's a great thing to see.
I agree 100%. I think that it looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great to play with people. Even there are some people that know each other, they just never get to play because you meet a lot of great people during rugby, and it's so fun to finally be able to play with them and make some fun plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we were saying that before. It's like you guys are going to cross paths for the next 15, 20 years.
Yeah. Taking that ball at speed. Oh, good tackle by number 4 in the blue jersey again.
Yeah, number 4 really in blue right there is Maya Lesh,
Yeah.
West Carroll. What I loved about that is she was targeting the ball as well as the player, right? She's got
Yes.
trying to drag it down.
It's very important, as a lot of coaches now are teaching that quick pop, and
Yeah.
it's become a great tool. You'll see it through a lot of teams today.
Nice
And
little run right there,
yeah.
too. We'll get a number there in a second. That is there in the old Morris
Number
jersey
4 in the
coming from the.
black. She's playing on the green side though.
Oh yeah, let me see if we have a different number down here then, because that was not stated. Morris Black is going to be Darren Maloney, North Bay Outcast. She's a junior, class of 2026. Fly half and center are her predominant roles.
Yeah, there
12
she
and
goes
13.
taking the ball again. She is
Again.
not, and she runs right at that player.
That's great
Oh.
chase though.
That's number, I think that's number 12 on blue. Should be Addie.
Emily Chang.
I don't think that's her.
See what we can do. I think we can figure out who that was right there because
Pretty
that
sure
chase
that's
was
Adeline.
insane.
I'm not entirely sure her last name.
Let me see if I have an Adeline. Adeline. We're going to have to work on that. I don't see Abigail, maybe? No. Nags, we know. Where? Oh, Adeline, right here. Jackson, 25, North Bay. That kind of makes sense.
I think so, because she's been at scrum half duties today, and yeah, I think that looks like a 25 jersey. She's a very fast player.
You
She's
said
also,
scrum half two. That's making sense. Let's say it was Adeline
yep,
Jackson. I
looks
think,
like a 25 jersey over there. So she is a great player. She plays very fast as well. She's
It's on display.
yeah, it's she got there, and another great thing is that she likes to play very fun too, so it keeps the spirits up on her team.
And her tackle form was great on that too. It wasn't over the shoulders or anything. She goes right around the waist and then drags the body, bringing the player down.
Yeah, it looks like the ball was a little high on that lineout, but the player behind the lift was able to recover it for blue, which is great. Good strong ruck. I think that might be Abigail Barati in there. Yep, number 2. She held that. That girl was trying to push her. She did not give up at all.
That's where that position on that seal off is so important, right? Shoulders down, butt down, good strong core, latch onto your player.
Yeah, and that was just now number 5 in the blue jersey. Something great that she did is she did a technique called score the try. She was getting tackled low, so she lunged forward. Oh, that would have been a great play.
Yeah, unlucky. Hey, that's gonna call it for today. What an exciting first and second half we got to call here. DJ, what a pleasure being on the mic with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Stick around. We're gonna bring Marissa back, and you guys are gonna work on what we're billing as the Beast from the East, showdown.
Oh yeah, I heard about this game. It's supposed to be an exciting one.
All right, folks. See you in a bit.
Today's ad-free broadcast is brought to you by EPL Sports Tours. EPL Sports Tours are proud to offer truly unforgettable rugby experiences to many worldwide destinations. Contact EPL now to organize your team's tour. info@eplsports.com. The broadcast is also brought to you by Rugby New Jersey, New Jersey's state rugby organization, Steamroller Rugby Supply, Clinton Bagel Company, Interstate Waste Management, the Morris Rugby Family, and Ultima Replenisher.